So Ebuka Obi Uchendo is launching a new podcast by the name Mentality, and it really looks good. It reminds me of the program that they did in Ebony Live TV, owned by the one and only Mo Abudu. The name of the TV program is Men's Corner. I think it's usually at night on DSTV. I really don't know what happened to Ebony Life, man. That channel was giving me the fantastic vibe. Like it's the kind of channel I want to wake up and then want to watch. You know, the way they told stories was a little bit different from what is known to us. Very effortlessly interesting. But I don't know. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know. Maybe sponsors just stopped sponsoring them or something. I don't know. Because I thought they were making a lot of money, and the shows were really creative. It's just giving me goose pimples. And yeah, Men's Corner was what he co-hosted. I think there were three guys. He, Andre Blaze, and the guy on New Central right now, Mazino Appeal. Yeah. Those are the three guys who hosted Men's Corner. It was it was, I think, one of the best shows on TV at the time that it lasted. So, and when it ended, I was thinking maybe one of them would just take it up and say, you know what, let me continue this thing. But I don't know. The thing just went down. As soon as the channel went down, I think, I don't know, but it didn't come up anymore. But I know I watched some episodes online. But up until now, I'm looking for that kind of content online. It's nowhere to be found. And now bringing this particular content online, and he's hosting and pushing the numbers. I mean, come on, I'll give it to him. He's going to succeed at it. Let me just play for you the video that he posted some few hours ago, and also read the write-up about this particular stuff. So check it out.
Manhood in today's world. How do you feel about your wife earning more than you?
For me, the biggest pressure is internal.
The pressures of being the provider. Do you think it should shift a bit?
A man is the head of his home. That's traditional. Men are not loved because they are cute. They are loved because they are useful. Pain teaches a whole lot more than pleasure ever will.
It's true. I think I'm not married because I know too much. Women control the internet, so they're always going to control the narrative.
This money issue we have as men is tied to dignity.
As much as we try to create a level playing field, there are more black men in jail than there are black women.
Marriage is something that we should enjoy, not endure.
Absolutely.
Sometimes there's no room for you to really sit down and cry and be like, I don't feel like it today. Just because you're a man and you're expected to be strong.
There's no Nigerian man that tells his wife everything he makes.
Actually, I tell my wife everything I make. I tell my wife everything I make. She knows how much is in the house.
I retract that. A lot of men don't talk about when women have shown them shaky.
You see that thing of a man supposed to have as even more pressure and more load.
The real load
On a man's shoulder. Fatherhood is not just biological, it's intentional. As African men, let's normalize telling your brothers that you love them.
This is Mentality with Ebuka, and you're welcome. What does it mean to grow
Mentality
what
with
does it mean to
Ebuka.
grow into manhood
I'm
in
looking
today's
forward
world?
to
How
it.
do you feel about
There's
your
a
wife
lot of
earning more than you? Earning more than you?
retweets on it, and it looks really good from my end. That's why Tommy says, I can't wait. Banky Wellington says, I can't wait. Just Cynthia, that's his wife, says, I can't wait. Kimopra says, wow. Kolapo, of course, says, can't wait. Blessing on Marco says, it's go time, baby. Real Warrior Begin says, pain teaches a whole lot than pleasure will ever will. Absolutely. Yeah, actually, pain teaches a whole lot than pleasure will ever will. I agree. But again, sometimes pleasure can teach you to not overspend. You can be pleasurable and spend millions in your summer or your go time. At the end of the day, you become broke, and then you wonder, how did you spend that kind of money? I just had to go. So that can also teach you. But then I understand what it's trying to say in terms of the pain that you go through. And when you go through the pain, there's a whole lot of lessons that you must have learned from that, much more than pleasure, frankly. Pleasure really teaches nothing. It just reminds you of the good old times, but thereafter, nothing more. Edutainment says that Kuti Pikin always sticking out. Baba, calm down, Joe. This one says, I love this initiative. It's such an important step, and I'm so glad to see it happening. Banky is there. I'm sad. Here's my fave, guys. Here's my fave. Things I love to see. Men's life matter. I love it. I mean, every now and then we see women popping out with shows here and there. Women for good, feministas. So there's rarely any program for men. I keep saying these things, that we keep complaining about how devastating the society is. We keep complaining about how bad the society looks. And every now and then, whenever we come up with all of these initiatives, from the NGOs to international organizations, what they do is talk about women, girls, how girls should be, how girls should comport themselves. And then you have an army of very good ladies, very nice ladies, taught by all these NGOs and all these international organizations to live right, to do right. But at the end of the day, you prepare them for the worst, which is the men. Yes, there's rarely any NGO that caters to boys and men. Rarely, right? But before you count, one for boys or men, you count 10. That's the truth. Let's just be realistic. And so you have women who have gone through this process, who have been trained and trained and trained upon trained and trained really well. And then there are nobody to complement their training. So you see somebody who is pretty good, nice, and then when they come out, instead of them to basically be complemented by the goodness of men, they are somewhat made to submit to a dysfunctional man who has no training as to how to lead a family. So I think, these kinds of programs are very important. At least it can bridge a gap between, what has been lost as a boy and what can be achieved, at least up until this moment. I commend the team for putting up things like this, and I hope it's not going to be a men's program that responds to what women do or how they do or what they say. It's just basically about men and how to show leadership and how to basically take care of their women. I think this is what's going to be. I mean, I'm just thinking about the embodiment of it from the place where Ebuka was with the program Men's Corner that he co-hosted with Andre Blaze and of course Mazzino. So I think it's going to be a fabulous show, and I ask everyone to please support it. And I'm going to watch out for it. I'm going to feature it every now and then. Of course, I'm going to also discuss a few things that they will discuss on the show, because I mean, it's going to all going to be about relationships and how to make our relationship a lot better than what it has been. Thank you, guys. See you on the next one.